Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have a question for you. Why are you guys here? Well, don't worry, I know your answers. I know you want to learn to speak English, you want to be fluent and confident in speaking English, you want to crack interviews, you want to have a successful career, you want to prepare for a lot of language tests and crack those tests and go abroad and study and lots more, right? So that is why you are focusing on your English and you want to improve your English because you all have certain goals and aim in life to achieve, right, through learning English. Of course, we all agree that English is so important nowadays that wherever you go, you have to be fluent, you have to be confident in speaking English. And for your growth, for your success, for your career, everything around it, it all comes down or boils down to English, right? You have to grow in your career, you have to know English because ultimately you have to handle the client, you have to speak to people who are sitting abroad, right? You have to have a conversation with them, right, for higher education, for settling abroad. A lot of things we all need to speak English and we need to learn to speak English, right? So that is why English language is very important. And most importantly, to learn a language, what we have to do is to practice it. How do we practice? We have to come up with topics wherein we can speak on those topics in English so that we can build our confidence and we can build our fluency and we can build our vocabulary and we can build on our language skills, right, and our communication skills, right? That is why speaking on a topic is very important, or rather to practice on a topic is very important. And the topics has to be varied, like you have to come up with a lot of topics. You need to know to speak on a lot of topics, right? That is why I've just thought of coming up with this series wherein I'll tell you how you can talk fluently in English about any given topic, right? So I'm going to choose n number of topics every single day. I'll be coming up with one topic which is very common, which is asked or spoken during interviews, during your TOEFL test or IELTS test or any language test, or when you're in an interview for any job or any higher education, you want to pursue any higher education. So these topics are frequently asked, right, which you have to speak on. So I'll be taking up those topics and will help you how to speak on those topics, right? I'll guide you how you can speak on those topics. So this is why I was very excited. I wanted to announce that I am coming up with a series wherein I'll tell you how you can talk fluently in English about certain topics. Okay, so on that note, if you want to learn English and to learn to speak English fluently and confidently and be a good communicator, crack the interviews easily, or crack IELTS or TOEFL test or any other language test if you want to go abroad, please watch my video, please subscribe to my channel, share my videos, hit the like button and give me a thumbs up. Thank you guys for subscribing my channel, watching my videos and sharing it with others as well. But keep doing this. So guys, I'm a communications coach and a soft skill trainer by profession, and I'm here to help you out with all your communications problems and to help you speak English fluently and confidently. My today's topic is about how you can describe your daily routine. Okay, so in this video, I'll break down the topic into 3 parts, like morning routine, job routine and evening routine, which we all have, right? This is a typical routine which we follow every day. So I'll be breaking it down into morning routine, job routine and evening routine, and I'm going to tell you about the vocabulary, what vocabulary is used to describe a routine, and then I am going to talk to you about the phrases which you can use while describing your routine. And then I will be telling you how you can connect, what are the connecting words which you can use to describe your daily routine. And at the end of the session, I'm going to have a summary of what I have spoken. So I'll be coming up with a paragraph about my daily routine, which you can also come up with, right? So be with me, speak with me, and practice with me. So guys, keep speaking with me and keep practicing. This is going to help you a lot. Getting back to the topic. So, coming to your daily routine, let's take the morning routine first. So, we'll talk about what all vocabularies are used for the routine, the morning routine, and what are the phrases we can use. Okay, so the first thing we do is we get up, right? We wake up or we get up. So, this is one vocabulary we have to use. Okay, open our eyes, we say we wake up, right? Or we get up. Okay, now how we can say this? We can say, I get up early in the morning, or I get up at 7 a.m. in the morning, or I get up by 10 a.m. I'm a morning person, so we can always describe, I get up at 7 a.m. in the morning, or I'm a morning person, which means I get up early, or I get up by 10 a.m. Okay, or we can also say, like, if it is a daily routine, we can say, I usually get up by 7 a.m. Okay, or I religiously get up by 7 a.m., which means every single day, whether it is a weekend or whatever happens, I do get up by 7 a.m. That is what the meaning of religiously is. It's not about religion, it's more about you follow it every day. Okay, in spite of anything or whatever it takes, whatever it is, you do this, you follow this. So that is another way of saying it. I usually get up by 7 a.m., which means some days I skip that, right? Someday I get up at 8 or 9 also, which usually means during weekends I generally get up late. Okay, or during weekends I usually get up by 9 a.m. So we can say this. So these are the ways you can describe your routine or way of waking up. Okay. Next is, we can say what all activities we do. We brush our teeth, take shower, right? Get dressed. Okay. Now how you'll describe this? Then I go to take shower, brush my teeth, and get dressed. Okay, so you can say this like this. After waking up, I go to take shower, brush my teeth, and get dressed. Okay, now what do you do after that? Now after that, you go to have breakfast, right? Now how we can describe that? So we can say a lot of things like I make breakfast. Okay, make breakfast, or fry an egg, or make a toast bread, right? Or make omelette, or boil egg, or make tea, or make coffee, right? So these are the vocabulary which we use for breakfast. So then we can say next I go and cook my breakfast. Okay, I eat my breakfast, grab a cup of coffee or tea, and then head off to work. Okay, so these are the things you do in the morning. You go and cook your breakfast, you have your breakfast, have tea or coffee, and then you go to work. So this is how you describe your morning routine. Okay, now coming to the work routine. Now you went to work, right? So I go to work, or I head off to work. Okay, so this is the way of saying that you go to work or you head off to work. Now you reach your office. What do you do? After reaching office, the first thing we have is a meeting. So I attend the meeting after reaching the office. Okay, then we are allotted some certain tasks. I sit at my desk and perform those tasks, and by the time it's lunch break, I go for lunch, I have my lunch, okay, and come back to work. So this is, so first thing what you had a meeting. When you came to office, you had a meeting. Then you were allotted some task. You start doing your task. And when it is time for lunch, you go to have lunch. Once you had your lunch, then you come back and you start working. Then again, I take a break at 4:30 in the evening to have a cup of coffee or tea or some snacks. Okay, so 15-20 minutes break I take. I later come back and finish my work for the day so that I can go home by 7. Okay, so this is your work routine. This is how you describe your work routine. Okay, now coming to the evening routine. I reach home by 7:30 or 8, whatever you like to say. So I reach home by 7:30. I then go and take a quick walk for 10-15 minutes, which freshens me up because I'm so stressed at work, a lot of stress. I want to relax at that time. So I go and take a quick walk for 10-15 minutes. It freshens me up. Okay, and then I come back. I cook dinner for myself. I eat and watch some movie or a Netflix, or probably I talk to my relatives and friends for some time, or I read a book, and by the time it's 10 p.m. I go to sleep. Okay, so this is how you describe your evening routine. Okay, so you break your topic down into 2-3 tasks. Okay, and then you ask yourself that question, what do you do in your morning routine? Or what do you do after waking up? Or what do you do for breakfast? Or what do you do after breakfast? So if you start asking these questions, automatically you are going to come up with these answers. Okay, then coming to the after work routine, you can always say what time I reach office. What is the first thing I do after reaching office? Or how is my work lined up? What time I have lunch? What time I have snacks? What time I work? If you start asking these questions, you'll come up with those answers, which will help you to describe your routine. The same thing with the evening routine. You can just ask yourself, what time I get back home? What do you do? What do I do after coming home? Or what do I do to, de-stress myself, or to freshen up my mind? Okay, so these questions if we ask, we'll start getting answers and we'll be able to describe it more easily and appropriately, right? Now there are various routines like how we can say that, right? So it's like there is a sentence which starts with I do this, like I do cooking, I do cleaning, I do washing like my clothes, I do the dishes or pots or dishes, right? I have to clean my plates and bowls and glasses. So that is what is meant by I do dishes or pots, I do washing, I do cleaning, I do cooking. So this is how you can describe your routine, right? What do you do? Now how do you connect sentences, right, while describing your routine? Now, as I said, if I take a morning routine, I can say, okay, so I typically wake up by 7 a.m. during weekdays, and at weekends I wake up by 8:30. Okay, I then brush my teeth, take shower and get dressed. After that, I prepare breakfast for myself. I eat breakfast and grab a cup of coffee, and then I head off to work. And once a week, I hit the gym, or I go to gym. So this is my typical routine. So this is how you can connect your sentences. Okay, you can use then, next, later, after that. So these are the words which are used to connect sentences. Okay, so this is how I describe my routine. Accordingly, you can also come up with your own routine on the same line. See, everybody has a different routine. I just gave you an example of how you can describe. You might do a lot of other things. You might do yoga, or you might do any other exercise. You might go to the gym every day. So those things also you can include in your routine. So it is typically how we talk about a routine. So I just gave you an example. You can come up with your own routine and you can talk about your own routine accordingly. I'm sure guys I have tried to simplify it for you so that you don't get stressed and you don't feel lost like how to start and how to end. Okay, so I'm sure you will be able to come up with your own routine and let me know how did you find my video. Let me know, and if any topic you want me to talk about, let me know. I will come up with that topic and definitely I'm going to help you out with that as well. See you. Bye-bye.